Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and do our first oil change on the Honda Insight. I contacted Honda and they wanted to charge about 80 to 90 bucks to be able to do the oil change on the car. But I picked everything up from Walmart. It was only like 25 bucks for the oil, which is this one right here, an advanced fuel economy 0W20. And then you have the oil filter M1110A. Go ahead and take it out. And you only need about 3 quarts. So this is 1 quart, 2, 3. So you're only gonna need about this much right here. You shouldn't need any more than that. But let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna jack up the car and then we're gonna start doing the oil change. First things first, you're gonna go ahead and open up the hood, and the latch is right there. Just gonna pull that. You will also want to go ahead and turn on your emergency brake on. Just go ahead and pull this up, and then you will hear it turn on as well on the outside of the car. Along with that, I will have you go ahead and chalk something on the back tire just in case. So just put something right here so the car doesn't roll back. That could be something metal, just so it won't roll back on you when you lift up the car or jack up the car. Alright guys, so here I am under the car. I wanted to show you where I jacked the car up from in order to put my jack stand over there on that side, on the jacking point. So you could jack it up from over there, but I wanted to put my jack stand under there to be more secure. And I couldn't find any jacking points like right in the middle. Usually there should be something where you can jack it up from, but I don't see like anything at all. And my jack stand couldn't really reach all the way to the back. But I found this spot right here. The previous owner probably hit something and it left this area right open. So I went ahead and jacked it up from right here. This is really strong, so it's not gonna like bend it or anything. That way I could put my jack stand over there. And now I'm under the car, removing a few clips. So the car actually has these weird looking clips right here that I've never seen before. You're just gonna twist it once and it's gonna release it. So it's kind of like a locking mechanism. So you twist it to lock it and then untwist it to unlock it. And it has a few all around it. There was quite a few missing. I guess from the previous person that changed the oil, they didn't put all the clips back on there. But I only have about 4 of them right here. But once you remove that, this aluminum plate is gonna be loose. And then you should be able to push it back. It has like a few clips right there you can see holding it into place. So we just gotta push it and it's gonna release it. And now we just gotta get the other ones as well. Alright, not sure if you guys can really see right there, but the oil level is right in the middle. See where the shiny parts are, and over here is kind of dry. So we hit it right in the middle. That's where you want to be at. If it's a little bit too high, you're gonna have to take oil out. If it's too low, just add a little bit of oil. It's better to go ahead and add less oil. That way you can measure it. If you add too much, then you have to get under the car and then drain it out a little bit more. That's the only way to really take it out. Alright, so now we need to go ahead and reset the oil light for the Honda Insight. You're gonna press on your home button. You're gonna go to maintenance. We were at 5%. You're gonna go ahead and click on that same button, and then do all due items. And now you should be good. Oil life is now at 100%. Alright guys, so that's gonna conclude the video on changing the oil on the Honda Insight. As you guys can see, we still have a lot left of this container right here. So when you use about 3 quarts, there's still about 2 left in here. So you can actually use this for your next oil change, and you can buy another quart of the same exact oil that you used. Reminder, it is 0W20 and it's an advanced fuel economy. Mobil 1 is actually the oil that Honda uses, so you're perfectly fine as long as you check the oils. It has to be right at that middle level where I showed you guys. It can't be too high, it can't be too low. If it's too high, there's too much oil in the system, so it could create knock as well. So you do want to be very careful of that, making sure that you are checking the level, let it cool down completely when you do the oil change. Let it sit for a while, check it, let it run for a little bit, then check it again after it cools down for a while. So you just want to check it at least twice just to make sure it is good before you start driving it. The tools I used was a ratchet, and then I also had a 17mm socket to remove the drain plug. That's the size of it. And then I untwisted the oil filter by hand, but you can purchase a tool to be able to remove it. They usually sell like clamps to be able to hold it on and twist it. If it's too tight, usually you can try sticking a screwdriver through it and then twisting it and loosening it that way. That one's a little bit risky because if it's too tight on there, it could actually break the filter itself. You do also want to get a washer for the drain plug. I didn't change mine out. As long as it seals up properly, then you're good. Usually if it's been used multiple times, it doesn't really seal properly. I usually keep the washer for the first 2 oil changes, or first one. But after about 3, I would recommend changing the actual washer for the drain plug, because sometimes it won't create a proper seal. I do have a few more parts that I want to install for the Honda Insight. So I do have like this cover for the wheel, or these little trim pieces that I want to install on there to make it look a little bit better. I also have a wing that I still want to work on. I'll be making a few videos on that. So if you guys are interested in watching more videos on the Honda Insight, there will be more coming. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.